How far would a god go to protect the balance of the universe? Ancient Greek myths often hinge on the tension between divine power and mortal aspiration. Among them is a story of hubris, love, and cosmic law. It begins with Asclepius, a child destined to challenge death itself, and Zeus, ruler of Olympus, determined to enforce the order of nature. The clash between these two forces would draw in Apollo, god of healing and prophecy, and test the bonds of family, authority, and retribution. In this saga, a father kills his own son to uphold cosmic balance, and another father seeks revenge by striking at the very forge of divine power. Asclepius's origins are as dramatic as his fate. His mother, Coronis, was a princess of Thessaly who bore Apollo's child. When she betrayed the god by taking a mortal lover, Apollo's rage was swift. According to the myth, Coronis was struck down and her body laid upon the funeral pyre. Yet Apollo, moved by paternal instinct, cut the unborn infant from her womb moments before the flames consumed her. The boy was handed to the wise centaur Chiron to be raised and educated. From this miraculous birth, Asclepius even took his name. It means to cut open. Under Chiron's tutelage, Asclepius learned the arts of medicine and surgery. The centaur taught him how to set bones, dress wounds, and prepare healing herbs. Apollo also instructed his son in the secrets of divine healing. Asclepius's skill soon surpassed that of his teachers. He became renowned as the first physician, traveling across Greece to heal the sick and injured. His symbol, the staff entwined with a serpent, originated during this period. One legend tells that while imprisoned and contemplating how to revive a patient, he watched a snake revive another with a herb, inspiring him to discover new remedies. If you're enjoying this myth so far, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow. The great healer's abilities grew so powerful that he began to tread on forbidden ground. Stories vary, but several traditions claim that Asclepius learned how to bring the dead back to life. Some say Athena gave him the blood of Medusa to wield in resurrection. Others tell of a secret herb discovered from serpents. He is said to have resurrected heroes such as Tyndareus, Glaucus, Capaneus, and Hymenaeus. One version recounts how Artemis asked him to revive Hippolytus, son of Theseus, and he accepted payment for the act. Each miracle saved lives and won him adoration, but each also strained the unseen balance between the mortal realm and the underworld. No realm in Greek myth was more sensitive than the boundary between life and death. Hades, lord of the dead, reportedly complained that his kingdom was emptying as Asclepius restored souls to life. Zeus, who guarded cosmic law, feared that humans might learn the art of resurrection and become immortal. Disturbed by the thought of mortals escaping their fate, he decided that the healer must be stopped. In a decisive act, Zeus hurled a thunderbolt that struck Asclepius down. The bolt had been forged by the Cyclopes, immortal giants who worked at Hephaestus's forge. Asclepius died instantly, and his brief mortal life ended. But his death would not be the final chapter of his story. Apollo, god of healing and prophecy, was devastated by the death of his son and protege. Grief quickly turned to rage. Unable to strike at Zeus directly, Apollo took revenge on those who had forged the deadly weapon. he descended upon the Cyclopes, named Arges, Brontes, and Steropes in some sources, and shot them with his bow. Killing the immortal smiths was a bold act of rebellion. It not only attacked Zeus's arsenal, but also challenged the established order of Olympus. Such a transgression could not go unanswered. Zeus's anger at Apollo's retaliation was furious. By killing the Cyclopes, Apollo had deprived Zeus of his Thunderbolt makers and defied his father's authority. According to ancient sources, Zeus contemplated casting his own son into Tartarus, the deepest pit of the underworld, reserved for eternal punishment. This punishment would have been unparalleled among the Olympians. Yet at the crucial moment, a plea came from Leto, Apollo's mother and Zeus's former lover. She implored Zeus to show mercy. Her intervention persuaded him to reconsider. Instead of eternal imprisonment, Zeus chose a humbler penalty. Apollo would serve a mortal for a year. Apollo's punishment required him to live as a servant under King Admetus of Pherae in Thessaly. The god of music and medicine became a shepherd, tending cattle and living among mortals. Despite the humiliation, Apollo's divine favor remained. In some versions of the story, he rewarded Admetus for kind treatment by causing each cow to bear twins, enriching the king's herds. Apollo also assisted Admetus in winning the hand of Alcestis, helping him yoke a lion and a boar to a chariot to impress her father. Through these acts, the god subtly maintained his dignity, even while bound to human service. After the year of servitude ended, Apollo returned to Olympus, but the memory of his punishment lingered as a warning of the consequences of challenging Zeus. Zeus's Thunderbolt did not erase Asclepius from memory. Recognizing the healer's contributions, Zeus eventually placed him among the stars as the constellation Ophiuchus, the serpent bearer. Temples called Asclepia arose across Greece, where the sick sought cures through ritual incubation and dreams. Worshippers left votive offerings and often slept within the sacred precincts, hoping for the god's guidance. The cult of Asclepius flourished, blending spiritual healing with proto-medical practice. His daughters, Hygeia, Panacea, Iaso, Aegle, and others, personified aspects of health and medicine. Even today, the rod of Asclepius remains a symbol of medical care. The story of Zeus killing Apollo's son captures the fragile balance of divine power, the limits of human aspiration, and the tensions within Olympian families. Asclepius pushed the boundaries of mortality. Zeus upheld the cosmic order. Apollo, a god linked to healing, music, and prophecy, experienced both paternal love and righteous wrath. Leto's intervention illustrates the enduring strength of maternal influence, even among gods. In the end, Asclepius transcended death to become a god himself, while Apollo's temporary humility added nuance to his character. The myth reminds us that power, whether mortal or divine, carries responsibility, and that even gods must answer for their actions.